So my next quote is by Frank, who Percy has met when he comes to the camp. He says, "Our reputation got better when Jason became Priator," which is like the leader of the cohort. "The kid who's missing?" Percy asked. "Yeah," Frank said. I never met him before my time, but I hear he was a good leader. He practically grew up in the fifth cohort. He didn't care what people thought about us. He started to rebuild our reputation. Then he disappeared." So what's going on is, so fifth cohort, which Percy is now in, it's kind of giving a history of it. And so it used to be the best cohort, but now it's kind of sucky because, well, they've lost a lot of big battles for the Legion, and they lost this giant golden eagle and a whole bunch of stuff. But they said this guy, how it relates to my life is this guy Jason. It says he was a good leader. He practically grew up in the fifth cohort. He didn't care what people thought about us. He started to rebuild our reputation. And if you live with that attitude, you don't let anything anyone else says affect you. You do end up well, because a lot of times we can let what other people say affect how we act, and if you don't, you can be more independent. But this was I found this quote earlier in the chapter, and so what really happens in the rest of this chapter is it switches to Frank's perspective, and Frank talks about his life and learn more about him. So it's one of those books that switches from the characters. It's cool. Yeah, he gets this piece of wood, and if it burns, he dies. So there's that. Off to my last reading. I think it's my last.